Hello everybody, how are you doing today? And welcome back to the garden. It's Sunday morning, it's early September, and it seems like the jobs in the garden, especially the veggie area, suddenly started piling up. So without further ado, let's do some gardening. Let's go. As I said at the beginning, it's early September. It's this time of the year when veggie area is getting ready to sleep for the winter. The harvest is coming fast and thick, and most of the plants are finishing. So today I think it's gonna be a clearing and harvesting day. Let's have a look what we can do in the garden. Okay, before we even go to the main veggie area, I think this is the place we're gonna be concentrating on today. That's my bean and cucumber bed, and further up behind the half whiskey barrel pond is my zucchini bed. I think that's all need to be cleared now and harvested. So yeah, before I do anything else in the main veggies, let's sort out this whole area. The cucumbers in this bed are truly finished. There's still a couple of fruits to pick. They can be turned into a salad or something like that. I'll see. But this is to be all cleared and harvested. Same story with my coco de pampol bed that got infested with spider mites. The plants have lost most of their leaves, but there's still quite a few beans hanging. I think most of them, if not all of them, are ready to harvest, so that's gonna get cleared as well. Same here at the edge with my French beans. They are all ready to be pulled and harvested for seed saving, whatever's left. So let me do that quickly. Okay, so let's do some work. I have my wheelbarrow for all the waste. I have a bowl for harvesting whatever is still edible. So yeah, just a question of pulling everything out and seeing what's there. Those are the French beans. I left whatever is here so it can ripen on the plant for seed saving. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. That also gonna give me a chance to do some weeding here, which is badly needed. September is a time of year where everything is finishing slowly in the garden. The garden itself is getting ready to sleep for the winter. So we just need to help it a bit. So what I want to do in this bed is just to clear everything out. I'm gonna pull all the bean pods, whatever is left on the plant. Most of them are fully ripened really. They're gonna go for the seed saving. And after clearing the bed, I'll see what I can do here for the autumn and winter planting and sowing. I'm not quite sure if I'm gonna be planting anything, maybe some lettuces, maybe some more radish. It's not that much time really left in the season to grow anything, but we'll see when we get there. So let me clear this area and I'll show you what I have. One sec before we do that, let me just show you quickly what I'm harvesting. So those are the beans I'm looking for, especially the dried one. But even beans like that, they're all soft and leathery. The seeds are inside, I can feel them. I'm gonna pull them off the plant and dry it completely indoor. That's gonna be my seeds for next year. Alright, so that's not that bad really. I was worried I'm not gonna get any harvest from my coconut and pole beans, but it's not bad really. The optimal stage to harvest them is something like that, pale yellow with little purple speckles on them, but I'll take anything with the fat bean inside. Some of them managed to dry on the plant, so they're gonna be set aside and I'm gonna use them as my seeds for next year. So this is not bad at all for almost a disaster with all the spider mite infestation. So that's all gonna be processed and frozen, and the dry pods gonna be set aside for seed saving for next year. And now I'm gonna do exactly the same with the cucumber area of the same bed. And just like that, I have another harvest of cucumbers. They are not the best one anymore. I have a feeling the skin gonna be a bit tough, and there are definitely some seeds inside. So I'll see if they are worth processing later on. I got some dill as well, just in case I need some dill for my pickles. But that was quick enough, and I have another batch of cucumbers growing in the main veggie area. So this is really a bonus crop. Okay, so that was really quick and easy job to do. All I have to do now is rake all this stuff, probably do some hoeing as well, and we'll see what I can do with this area in a bit. Well, that looks much better than before, doesn't it? I have a whole bed empty to play with. I left the marigold on the edge. They can still flower for a while. But here in this lovely empty space, I think I'm gonna sow some winter salads. It's early September. There might be still enough time for them to grow, we'll see. I was given those two radish China rose. Says it's a winter radish, so we'll see. I'm gonna sow this one. I never grew that thing before. And I have some Mizuna as well. They might be alright. They like cool weather. So I'm gonna plant this one and some of my own lettuce as well. So we'll see if this bed gonna give me anything more before winter. Let me do some sowing. As with anything else, I'm just gonna make a drill along the whole length of the bed. Grab some seeds. They look like standard radish seeds. It's crazy if you buy your seeds. That packet costs over £2, ridiculous. But anyway, let's plant some seeds. I'm just gonna sprinkle it lightly in a drill. And just cover it with soil, like with any other seeds. Radishes don't like really hot weather, so it might be a good time to get some catch crop from them. They should be growing quite quickly. Well, at least that's the hope. We'll see. I don't think I'm gonna be watering this bed. We're getting rains almost every day, every other day, something like that. And the soil is quite damp anyway, so that should be enough for the seeds to germinate. So after sowing the radish, I'm gonna make one row for Mizuna and another row for my own lettuce. And I think that's bed gonna be sorted for winter. Let me do the sowing. And those here are my own lettuce seeds. I just picked it up from one of the flowering plants, so that's gonna get sown in the last row, and I think that's gonna be it for that bed. Alright, so I think that's enough for this session. It's not bad really. I'm quite surprised with the Coco de Pampol harvest at the end. With this spider mite infestation, I thought I'm not gonna get anything at all, but still quite a bit. I have one more bed of later sowing of Coco de Pampol, so that's gonna be for the later autumn harvest. Likewise with the cucumbers, the jerkins, they are quite large already. I have a feeling they're skinny stuff. If I can't do anything useful with them, they're gonna go for the chickens or the compost. I have, like with Coco de Pampol, another bed of jerkins just starting to produce now, but that's the bonus harvest anyway. And I sorted one of the beds ready for autumn and winter. That's the main thing. I have plenty of more similar jobs to do. I think in the next video I'll meet you at the zucchini bed. We're gonna harvest all the zucchinis and sort out that bed as well. There's few other places I need to sort out in a similar fashion, and the greenhouse need a big harvest. The grapes are ready, the sweet peppers are mostly ready, and there's more tomatoes as well. And we need some winter sowing in the greenhouse as well. But that's for the coming videos. For now though, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you back in the garden very soon. Bye!